Welcome to the Skeleton Crew. I am Rose Schumacher.
And I'm Tony Anderson.
In international news, Russian men continue to flee the country, by land or air, only days after President Vladimir Putin's announcement of a draft for their war on Ukraine. Many Russians are fleeing to Istanbul, Turkey, as it is one of the few places where Russians can travel without visas. Flights from Russia to Turkey are sold out for the next several weeks, despite the skyrocketing prices. Those unable to pay air prices and fly to Turkey have resorted to driving to neighboring countries such as Mongolia, Kazakhstan, Belarus, and Georgia.
In response, Putin signed a law that sentenced those who refuse to serve or evade service 10 years in prison. One man who flew to St. Petersburg, Russia, stated that his flight was completely full of men from 20 then till 50. And all men stopped and we were interrogated by police, he said. When Putin announced the draft, he assured the public that only those with prior military service, no illness, and fewer than 3 children would be called upon to serve. One man said he waited a few days after the announcement to see what would happen, but his friends started to get rounded up at the night. He stated they aren't just taking the reservists, they're also taking men who have no military service, and even those with more than 3 children.
Most Russians who fled and agreed to speak out have expressed their fear that it will only get worse, that a full mobilization is imminent. Some who have chosen to stay have started protesting in the streets of Russia. There have been other men who have been attacked and bombed various recruits facilities in response to Putin's draft.
In national news, there is a massive hurricane that has formed, and its name is Ian. On Monday morning, the National Hurricane Center upgraded Ian from a tropical storm to a hurricane. The storm is expected to rapidly strengthen into a major hurricane as it approaches Florida's western coast sometime in the middle of the week.
In response to the incoming storm, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis declared a state of emergency, urging residents to prepare for heavy winds, rising seas, and heavy rain. In preparation for the storm, residents have gone to various grocery stores and gas stations, quickly clearing them of necessities.
President Joe Biden has authorized the Federal Emergency Management Agency and the Department of Homeland Security to provide disaster relief and assistance to protect lives and property. Some residents have even taken the opportunity to stock up on lumber to put over their windows. One of the residents is quoted as saying, "Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it," said Matt Beaver of Pinellas Park.
In local news, the Green Bay Packers opened their training camp this summer with 23 practices in camp, 5 more than last season. One being a full practice scrimmage late in camp in an attempt to harden the players for the first few weeks. The approach may have helped the Packers win a big Week 3 road game at Tampa in 90-degree temperature, a drastic change to Wisconsin's cooler early fall. The extra practice is attributed with helping them make the final stand to prevent a potential game-tying 2-point conversion that sealed a 14-12 win.
It may have also presented some drawbacks. Only a few days after returning from Tampa, LaFleur asked his staff to compare how hard the players were pushed this year as opposed to last. The study was prompted after veteran receiver Sammy Watkins injured his hamstring in practice last week. LaFleur stated, "I've got our guys kind of looking into our workloads from the past couple of years to where we are at this point, and we'll make any adjustments that we need to make sure we have our guy available for Sunday."
LaFleur has not yet stated what these adjustments may be while the study is ongoing.
In NWTC news, the college's architectural lab has been renovated with some virtual reality gear. With this new gear, students can walk through their designs as well as other students. The tours can point out problems in the design that may not be apparent in other renderings. It may also help give a preview of the design to clients so they can get an idea what it's like.
That wraps up this week's news. Be sure to tune in later today for our entertainment show.
See you later, skin bags.
Alex?